I'm just going to show you how to attach pin strip onto the Espruino board. So pin strip usually comes in lengths of about 40 pins, and the Espruino board is 20 pins long on each side. So all we have to do is to take this and split it into two. The easiest thing to do is to put it in the board first and then just to split it with your fingers. So if I take that and put the other side in as well. You can put the pin strip on the top or the bottom, it's entirely up to you what works best. I find this works quite well just for prototyping, because you can see everything and the buttons are available and you can push wires onto the top. So now, to get started, you just turn it over, put it face down, and what you need is a soldering iron and some thin solder. Now I'd suggest you have a soldering iron with quite a thin tip, and that you get a special soldering iron sponge which allows you to clean the tip to make sure that it doesn't have any gunk on it. First thing you do is just solder in the four corners. Now it doesn't matter if the pin strip is off centre here, in fact mine is very off centre. Because now what you do is you just pick it up in your fingers, it's a bit hard to show, and just press so that it's straight, and then apply the soldering iron to the end. It'll just sink down, and do the same on all the corners, a bit like that. And when you're done, you'll be left with a set of connectors that are straight. Then all you have to do is to solder along the length of the connectors to make an electrical connection. Right, sorry that was all out of frame, but you can see now that that's quite straight. And now all that needs to be done is to go along with the soldering iron and to do each of the pins. This is actually, it's a lot easier than it seems, and I'm trying to do it with my hands quite far away from the camera so that you can actually see properly. But as long as you get good contact with the tip of the soldering iron against the pin, and it's much easier to apply solder very near the tip of the soldering iron rather than trying to get the pin hot enough that you can melt solder onto it. And just don't add very much solder, only add enough that it just kind of sucks around the hole rather than blobbing up on top of it. Now, you know, it may take a bit of practice, and if you don't feel happy enough doing it with the Espruino board at the start, you can always do it with a bit of prototype board and pins. You can also get something called a solder sucker, which is like a mini one-shot vacuum hoover that you can use to suck up solder with. And that means that if you put on lots of solder and everything blobs up and goes horribly wrong, you can always remove it very, very easily, so that you can start again. So there you go, we're basically done now. There you go, and in the next video I'll show you how to solder on the points for servo motors. Thanks for watching.